Welcome to our podcast where we look for opportunities in our lives to see a beautiful view. I'm Candy.
And I'm Paul. We would like to invite you to become members of our Patreon channel. If you're not familiar with Patreon, it is simply a way you can show your appreciation and support for the time and efforts we put in to bringing you this podcast every 2 weeks. If you would like to support our efforts on a monthly basis, you too can become a member for only $5 a month.
Yes, and as a member, we'll send you a beautiful view sticker. You'll get a shout out on our show.
Yep.
You'll receive a weekly encouraging newsletter, and from time to time, we also provide exclusive content for our Patreons.
We look forward to sharing with you today, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the beautiful view.
We could climb a mighty mountain, float on down a winding river, travel back in time and face our future too. Oh, I'm not scared of where I'm going, 'cause I know whose hands I'm holding. Oh, I'd go anywhere as long as you're going to. Well, I'd go anywhere as long as I'm with you.
Hello, we're recording this episode today from Rockport, Texas.
Yes, we are.
And boy, do we have a beautiful view.
We do.
We're on a big family vacation with my 3 siblings and all the kids, well, all the little kids.
All of them.
And my dad is with us.
Mm-hmm.
My sister-in-law and brother reserved this beautiful house for us to all do a big vacation together and for the whole family to hang out for an extended weekend. It's been so much fun.
It is so beautiful here, isn't it?
It is.
We have really missed the beach.
Oh, yes.
After spending several winters at South Padre Island, we're very familiar with the beach bum
We
lifestyle.
are. I love the beach, and I am a beach bum. And my sister-in-law got us sisters all of these shirts, matching shirts, and I just love them. We had a really great visit with a lot of our clients last week, and it's always great to touch base with them. But now it's memory-making time.
It is. Today we have another fun episode planned for you.
Yes.
We have spent a lot of time with extended family in Texas these past few months, haven't we?
We have, yes. And we're going to talk about the importance of family, how we keep in touch with our extended family, and some of the challenges of living so far away from them.
And it's possible that we may have a little visitor or two today. So we're just going to roll with it.
We're going to roll with it. All right, I've got my nephew Lucas with us. Hi, Lucas.
Hello.
Hello. So we are talking today about family. What does family mean to you?
It's really nice having them. We go on a lot of trips together, and we have a lot of fun.
A lot of fun.
We
What are some of your
love
favorite things that we've done this summer as a family?
Probably swimming and fishing.
Swimming and fishing. Oh my goodness. We have spent a lot of time together, and we have done a lot. How about that chalk art thing that we did at Papa's house? Do you remember that? Where we did the
Chalk art.
big chalk art obstacle course? Do you
Oh,
remember?
yeah.
Yeah, that was super fun. That was super fun. We have had a lot of fun. Thank you for talking to us today.
You're welcome.
Family is a beautiful thing.
Yes,
I
it
have
is.
always had a really close extended family. I'm the oldest of 4 kids, and both of my parents had families of 4 kids as well.
Yeah.
We
Good
have a
sized families.
big family.
Yep.
Growing up, I was always surrounded by grandparents, aunts, uncles, cousins, siblings, you name it. There were always big family things. This trip has been so much fun watching all the cousins playing together. You can probably hear them in the background. They're
Yep.
having a blast.
Yep.
This trip has just been so good for all of us. It's been so much fun. So we're staying in this house. It's a beautiful house in Rockport, Texas, and it sleeps supposedly 10. We fit 15.
We're testing the boundaries of that.
We
you
like
know,
to push the boundaries a little bit.
Yeah. How many people can we fit into this house?
Exactly, yeah. The biggest part of it is that none of us really realizes there's only one bathroom.
Yeah. That's okay.
It's actually, it has worked out pretty well.
Yeah,
I mean,
not
you
too
know,
bad.
the kids bathe in the ocean, you know, and
And other things.
and other things. So we have had so much fun.
Lots of laughter.
We've plenty of coffee. My sister-in-law Kim brought her magic coffee pot that just never seems to run out.
It
I don't know
doesn't.
how that works,
No,
but
it does.
I just keep going back and refilling, and there's always more in
There's
there.
more.
So that's pretty spectacular.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, it's been really fun in the mornings. All the adults kind of wake up a little bit before the kids do usually, and we get our coffee and sit on the couch and
Yeah.
you know, just kind of chit chat and start the day. And
That's what I woke up to this morning. I woke up and all of you guys were sitting on the couch there chit-chatting, and I was the old guy still
Yeah.
asleep in the corner.
bless your heart.
Bless my heart.
Hi, Aubrey. Okay, this is my nephew, Callan. Callan,
Hello.
hi, welcome. We're talking about today, what does family mean to you?
It's a group of people that you love and you want to hang out with as much as you can. And you want to be together throughout everything in life.
I love that. Yes, that is absolutely right. Have you enjoyed all of our family time this summer?
Yes.
That's been a lot of fun, hasn't it? It's awesome. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome.
You know, our family, like any other family, have been through our ups and downs over the years.
Yes.
But the Keel clan, Keel is my maiden name, the Keel clan is a very, very tight-knit bunch.
Absolutely.
You know, your experiences of family growing up were very different from my experiences. Can you share a little bit about your experience of family before joining this crazy family?
Well, my extended family is very different.
Yeah.
From an early age, I kind of knew my family was, well, just different from most. My mom was always very loving to my brother and I,
Yeah.
but we were excluded from a lot of the normal growing up experiences that most kids have.
Yeah.
My family's religious background was all about what you were not supposed to do.
Yeah.
I stepped away from those traditions as soon as I became old enough to be considered an adult, but that meant stepping outside of those family bonds too.
Yeah.
So in some ways that meant freedom,
Right.
but in other ways I felt like I was on my own.
Sure. No, I get that. And then you came and joined this big crazy family. How has that impacted you?
Well, I think we've talked about this before, but it bears repeating because I just want to convey how beautiful this is. The Keel clan lives life out loud.
Oh, yeah.
It's all out there. Loving, laughing, frustrations,
Yeah.
everything. For a somewhat reserved British guy, this can be a Texas-sized experience. I love the big love and have really enjoyed finding my place in the family over the last 22 years.
Yes.
In so many ways, the Keel family have filled that extended family-sized hole that was created decades ago, and I would say filled to overflowing.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Our cups overflow.
Yes.
And now we have my nephew Stetson. Hi, Stetson.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us.
Yep.
So today we're talking about what is family to you? Why is family important?
It's something you can depend on if you need support or love.
Absolutely. And we have a big, crazy family, don't we?
Yes. Crazy, most definitely.
Crazy, most definitely. Loud, sometimes obnoxious, but a
All
lot
the
of fun,
time.
right? A lot of fun. So we've been here at the beach for, what is this, day 3? And what's your favorite thing so far about vacationing here with all of us?
Probably catching fish.
Yeah, fishing together,
Yeah.
playing on the big, giant floaty pad. What is that
Yeah,
thing called?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I don't know what it's called either.
Floating pad.
The floaty
The
pad.
floaty pad.
All right. Yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. So thank you for joining us and
Yes,
sharing
ma'am.
your input.
Yes, ma'am.
Between myself and my 3 siblings, we have a total of 14 children.
Yes.
So ranging in age from the littles are 5 to the oldest ones are 20, close to hitting 21.
Right.
And Vicky is pushing
29.
30.
Almost 30.
So
Yep.
we've got a wide range of ages and stages, but oh my gosh, it's so much fun. Our get-togethers are pretty epic.
Yes,
They are big and loud.
Yes. Yes.
And unfortunately, you know, the past few years of living in Iowa, it's made it really hard, a lot harder for us to kind of get together as a big family. We've missed a lot of family gatherings and stuff. So I think the one thing that this trip has taught us is that we need to be more intentional about, you know, being a part of these things and making memories with our extended family. So,
and I just keep thinking about how much Emily and Tyler
I know,
would have enjoyed this.
I know they would have so much. Well, they'll be at the next one. We're already making plans for next summer to do something like this again and to include the bigs in that. And we'll go from like 15 to 25 with that. So we'll probably need a bigger house and a couple more bathrooms. So when we first hit the road back in 2015, we started a Facebook Messenger group, and we initially called it Our Moving House Adventures. We wanted a way to be able to like share our pictures and videos and adventures with family.
And for various good reasons, we didn't usually post our locations publicly until we'd already left a place.
Right, yeah. So we wanted to be able to share with family before those posts went out, but it very soon became apparent that we were not the only ones having adventures. So we quickly changed the name of that little Facebook Messenger group to Family Adventures, so that everyone could share their lives together and do all of the fun things, share all the pictures and videos and family moments. And there were days, you know, that it was pretty quiet and nobody really had much going on. And then there were days where, oh my gosh, we would just get in some kind of text battle or something, and it would be absolutely hilarious. So
or the accidental dialing.
Yes.
FaceTime.
Oh yeah. Or when we accidentally butt dialed, you know, the entire family in one phone call, and so you've got everybody's faces on
suddenly
the screen
appearing one at a time.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun. So those were always a good laugh.
During those group calls, I was always amazed by the family dynamic that y'all have. It meant that there was some kind of order in the chaos somewhere.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
You all have a kind of well-rehearsed, instinctive way to not only have a group conversation where everyone was heard, but you managed to crescendo these stories, all the voices over the top of each other, into a huge laugh at the end.
Oh, yeah.
There's
There's
where you all
always
just
a laugh.
fall about.
So we've been talking about doing a big family vacation for years now, but it's so hard to kind of coordinate everybody's schedules with, you know, all the different families and kids and activities and all of that. So that gets really tricky. And now that we're so far away, that complicates things even further. So I am so glad that we were able to make this one. I think the last time all of my siblings were together on vacation was when we all still lived at home.
And that was a long time ago.
That was a long time ago. I think it was, we were talking earlier, I think it was probably 1998.
Wow. Okay.
That was a long time ago. So let's talk about that a little bit. Let's talk about the challenges of living far away from family. It is challenging.
Yes, it is.
Technology makes it easier to stay in touch these days. My nieces FaceTime me pretty regularly. One of them called me a while back, earlier this year, and she was really upset. And I said, "What's the matter, Aubrey?" And she said, "I want to come live with you." So anyway, so I had to, you know, talk her down from that and reassure her that her mommy would miss her if she came and lived with me.
Yeah.
So, but she got to walk to work with me. We walked down by the river, and I had her on FaceTime the whole time, and I was showing her all the, you know, all the things. And I love that part. I love technology, being able to use that and keep in touch that way.
There are still some things that can make maintaining close relationships over a distance difficult. So let's talk about a few of those things.
Yeah. So, and one thing that I've really noticed being back here for this period of time is there are a lot of like in-person conversations that happen. And with us being so far away, a lot of those things, you know, I'm not included in. So they'll be like, oh, you remember? Oh, you weren't there. Oh, man. And I'm like, oh, well, crap, I wasn't there. So, you know, there's stuff like that. You also miss out. And one thing that I have really, really appreciated being here during this very trying time, you know, losing my mom and everything. I feel like a lot of times I miss out on the kind of physical and emotional needs.
Sometimes just a big hug is what is needed.
Sometimes a big hug is just what's needed. That's absolutely right. And your family, nothing compares to that. So,
no.
Another thing that I would say that is really challenging living far away is a lot of times I think assumptions get made on both parts because you're not able to be in conversation all the time. So, you know, I may think that someone thinks something about me, but it's all in my head. You know, or vice versa. They may think that, you know, and with siblings, I mean, gosh, we love each other hard, but we also can. Isn't that right, Cody? You just cannot replace face-to-face interactions. And that is something that has just become, you know, you already know that, but I think over these last several months, that has just become more and more and more apparent to me. So,
but we're all together over these few days.
Oh, we are.
And it's been fantastic.
It's been very sweet. It's been a lot of fun. And we've lived in Iowa for a little over 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And before that, though we traveled a lot, we would spend our winters, or a good portion of our winters, back in Texas around family over those months. This last 3-4 months, you know, it's really reminded me how important it is to foster these relationships with siblings, with nieces and nephews, and all those kinds of things. And I think that's been a big conversation around our people just being intentional about maintaining those friendships and relationships and making it a priority in your life. So I think going forward for all of us, that's probably going to be a really big
high
thing.
priority.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think this is true of most families. My need for family interaction became, let's say, muted after my extended family in England became a thing of the past. Mm-hmm. Our immediate family has always been close, but my needs for brothers, sisters, cousins, nieces, nephews, and parents got all tied up with my previous experience back in England.
Yeah.
But it is a need, and it's been a process of surrendering those self-assembled walls in my life in exchange for love and acceptance, which just makes our lives sing.
Yeah, absolutely. And my siblings and I, we are all as different can be. You know, when it comes to some things, we have different interests, we have different personalities, different occupations, different friends, different giftings, different volumes. Love you, Tammy. That was perfect timing. And different parenting styles. But we also have much in common. We all love really big. We love Jesus. We love our families. We would all do anything for each other. Well, almost anything.
That's where I've had to learn a thing or two. Family is not about making everything into a Walmart movie.
A Walmart movie.
Or a Hallmark movie.
Okay. Backstory on that right quick. So my mom loved Hallmark movies.
She did.
And she would watch them all the time. And my dad would walk in and he'd be like, oh, you're watching another Walmart movie. So that's kind of stuck.
Anyways, I have learned that no matter what the plot twist, this story builds through our lives, and you just need to be on board for whatever might happen.
That's true. I also love being Aunt Candy. I have had so much fun with my nieces and nephews this summer. And joining us, I have my niece, Ashley.
Hey.
So, Ashley, you've been listening to what we've been talking about. So, what are your thoughts on all of this about being intentional with family relationships and keeping those bonds really close?
You know, I think you have to, live your life happy with your family because you never know what's going to happen.
True. Mm-hmm. That's very true. So what do you find challenging? You know, obviously we live a long ways away. So what do you find challenging about that? And how do you feel like we could do better going forward with keeping in touch and being a part of each other's lives?
Yeah, I don't know. Just staying in touch in general. Sometimes it gets hard.
It does. Everybody gets busy, right? What does family mean to you, Ashley? We've spent a lot of time this summer as a big family, right? So what has that been like, and what does that mean to you?
It's like a group of people that you love and like actually enjoy to spend your time around.
Yes, absolutely. It sure has been fun creating new memories with extended family this summer. And even with all the hardships that we've faced, it has just been such a sweet time. And I hope that we can make these gatherings a regular thing, an annual thing. We'll be back down here for Thanksgiving this year. That gives us something really awesome to look forward to. And there's also been talk about next year, next summer, and hopefully we'll be able to include our big kids in that one.
So that means we'll be once again taking that 1,200-mile trip back south toward the end of the year.
We will,
Yeah.
yes.
Our life in Bellevue, Iowa is lived intentionally, loving our friends and community there. We love it, but we
Yes.
need our Texas family too.
Absolutely.
And so we'll be looking for opportunities to continue to love each other, and that's a beautiful thing.
It is. Whether it be your extended family, your church family, or your community, always look for ways to bear each other's burdens and find ways to show love and understanding.
Yes. When the Apostle Paul wrote to the various churches along his travels, he always brought with him greetings from one church to another and gave a report. This way, those early church families were able to maintain contact with each other and be a part of each other's lives as they were on mission together, serving the Lord Jesus Christ.
Yes, John 13:34 says, "As believers, we are commanded to love one another. As I have loved you, so you must love one another."
Family relationships aren't always easy and smooth sailing. We also know that. That is why there are additional instructions in Scripture. Colossians 3 verse 13 tells us, "Bear with each other and forgive one another if any of you has a grievance against someone. Forgive as the Lord forgave you."
At the end of the day, not a single one of us is perfect.
No,
No.
no.
We have to remember that our story together is so much more powerful than when we are divided.
In 1 Corinthians 13 verse 7, Paul writes, "Love bears all things, believes all things, hopes all things, and endures all things."
So let's practice loving one another and extending grace this week, whether that be to your family members, your coworkers, your neighbors, or your friends. Let's look for the best in others and work on being more intentional with our relationships. Have a great week.
Yes. Thank you for joining us today. I can't believe it, but this is the final episode of our Beautiful View on the Road mini-series.
It is.
Next, we're heading back to Iowa. So what's in the works for the next episode?
Well, the next one we are going to be talking about juggling life in a healthy way. We are by no means experts in this area, but we're going to share a few things that we've experienced on both ends of the spectrum and some of the things that have worked for us. Life gets crazy. School's about to start back.
Yeah,
We're
it
jumping
is.
back into life in Bellevue, Iowa, and all that means. After our family has been in different places for months now, our kids are there, we're here. So how do you juggle all that life throws at you in a healthy way? Join us for our next episode as we explore this question.
Cool. I'll be sure to take notes.
If you know of someone who would enjoy this podcast, please point them our direction. Visit us at Beautiful View Podcast on Facebook or Instagram. Share our post or share the link to our podcast. Also, you can watch a video recording
Hello.
of our most recent podcast on YouTube. The link to that is also in our show notes.
Also, we would really appreciate it if you would follow, subscribe to, or leave a review for us on either YouTube or your favorite podcasting platform. These things are completely free for you to do, but really helps new people find a Beautiful View podcast.
Yes, and shout out to the Hopeful Few for the catchy theme song on our podcast.
Thank you.
You can check out more of their music on Spotify or Apple Music.
Yes.
And they have just released a new song called Better Than I Deserve,
That's
recorded
great.
live from their living room, and have more songs being released very soon. Be sure to
Yes.
check them out. The links are in our show notes.
Yes, and that song, if you listen carefully, at the end of the song, you can hear their dryer running in the background,
Oh,
like
that's
Kelsey's
so
doing
funny.
the laundry, so it's funny. If you have questions you would like us to answer or suggestions for things you would like us to talk about in our future podcasts, email us at beautifulviewpod@gmail.com.
And just a reminder, please consider joining the Beautiful View Patreon. This helps us keep the episodes coming and helps cover our costs. Memberships are only $5 a month, and the link to sign up is in our show notes. It's also on our social media accounts.
We hope you have a great day, and remember to always keep an eye open for opportunities in life to see a beautiful view.
1, 2, 3, Family Rock!
We could climb a mighty mountain, float on down a winding river, travel back in time and face our future too. Oh, I'm not scared of where I'm going, 'cause I know whose hands I'm holding. Oh, I'd go anywhere as long as you're going too. And I'd go anywhere as long as I'm with you. Yeah, I'd go